Hi there. Now I have the hull stripped, so now it's time to continue with the next step, and that is to glue the strips together. And I have cheated a little bit by gluing while I have been strip planking. But there are some areas up here, for example, which I haven't glued at all yet. And also on the sides. Because I want to use different kind of glues. Where I have big gaps, it's better to use epoxy filler. And where I have no gaps or very, very narrow gaps, it's best to use pure epoxy. Because that will penetrate the best into the gaps. And you don't want to have a situation where everything falls apart and when you start sanding later on. Actually, this isn't a glue, but it works very much like a glue or like wood. It's lightweight epoxy filler. It fills the gaps like here and keeps everything together. But I will also use laminating epoxy to fill the smaller gaps or the very narrow gaps. I take care to keep the can's content separated. This is important as I don't want to use all at one time. Thus I also use different sticks to scope the content of the base and the hardener. Before I use both to mix the components. I use a filler to fill the big gaps. With the metallic spatula I get the filler in between the strips. I avoid to get filler on the staples. Now I start mixing the laminating epoxy. This epoxy system will penetrate well into the narrow gaps. So it's well suited to take care of the gluing of the strips together. Having glued the strips, I can remove the staples. But in some places there is too much bend force left in the strips. So I have to press them in place again and turn over the hull. So I can access the gap from below. I take the opportunity to seal the gaps from below, and now I can flip back the hull. And the hull keeps together for the next step. In the next episode I will sand the hull. If you want more details about gluing, you can watch this episode.